Today's podcast is brought to you by Audible.com. Get a free audiobook download and a 30-day free trial at www.audibletrial.com/citizenho. Over 150,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player.
Hello there.
Hola.
Welcome to episode 108 of Citizen Ho.
Yeah, we're breaking new ground this week.
We're using the interwebs.
Ooh. Technology geeks using technology to put out something in the world of technology effectively.
We didn't want to go 3 weeks in a row without recording, and schedules haven't worked that well. But if this works better, it might make recording a little bit good for us. We're using a product called Zencastr. If it works well, we love you, Zencastr. If not, next week we'll talk ill of you.
Yes. Hey, we may talk ill of you this week.
Speaking of weeks, you want to play a game of who's had a shittier week, you or me?
You probably will win that, but...
Okay, so you want me to start or you want to go first?
Oh, go right ahead.
Okay, so Sunday morning, Marissa was traveling for work Saturday night into Monday. So Sunday morning I go to do laundry. All of a sudden I know there's some wet spots coming from the laundry room. The sink next to the washer was backed up. So I'm like, okay, I'll have a plumber come in a day or two without laundry. No big deal. Then Monday morning I go to take my shower. All of a sudden I know more wet spots in the basement. I follow the water, and lo and behold, my hot water heater is broken. I am leaking more than a frat guy at a whorehouse.
That makes no sense.
Shut up. So, lo and behold, I call a plumber, he comes, your hot water heater's damaged. I get a new hot water heater, he installs it, move on. However, the carpeting is still done. I didn't think it was that bad, I thought it was just surface water. I bought a shop vac, I've been taking water out. A couple days later, it's still damp. So, we called Stanley Steamer. Stanley Steamer quoted us a lot of money to dewaterify it. We're talking inside. I'm like, you know what? Let's just see if we can get new carpeting. So we got estimates on new carpeting, but I'm waiting for my homeowner's insurance to come back to me tomorrow to make sure I'm okay for it. So because I have to pay the deductible, and then they should cover the rest of it.
So wait, you can't just dry out the old carpeting? You have to get new carpeting now?
Because all the carpeting people said it'll never be the same if you just dry it out. It'll just you risk yourself for mold and mildew by not just ripping it all out and getting new padding and everything. They just said it just doesn't go down well when they pick it up and stuff. Right
okay.
now, but I did go to, I think it was Target the other night, and I bought a bunch of fans, and I've been blowing fans on it because I don't want to rip anything up till I get the homeowner's insurance adjuster here.
Okay.
So right now, the water is mostly, it's still dry, it's damp, it's not wet, but the smell down there is just awful. Like, it smells like worse than Max's worst diaper ever.
I don't know about that, but...
But
you need to end up around more diapers, and then we can talk.
But yeah, so that's been my week, and so this $1,200 water heater is now going to become like a $2,000 water heater.
Fun. Yeah, no, my week really wasn't that bad. My weekend has been only partially shitty, but only because I just haven't slept much.
Upset baby?
No. Wife with a nagging cough, who shakes the damn bed every time she coughs all night long.
Why don't you just go sleep on the couch then?
It's not me that needs to sleep on the couch, it's her.
Yes, but it doesn't work that way in marriage. You should know by now.
Oh, no. Let me put it this way. The only reason that it's better for her to sleep on the couch is because this way she's more propped up, and then she doesn't cough. She's not sleeping either. Oh. That's the problem.
I recommend Mucinex. It works pretty well.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll figure all that out. She keeps saying like, "Oh yeah, the congestion's coming up and it'll be better." But yeah, so far the last couple of nights, like she just doesn't sleep.
And Max has slept like a baby.
Max is a baby.
Aw.
Well, no, he's a toddler now, but
yeah, that little brat's too.
Yeah.
But I think I know someone who's had a worse week than us.
Oh, who would that be?
What's it? Reince Priebus?
Reince?
Reince.
Reince.
Who gives a shit? She's dead. Sorry.
No, well, wait. No, okay. Yeah, he lost his job. He'll do just fine.
Every day something else happens with this administration. It's cray-cray.
Yeah, well, what do you expect with the current president?
Who hopefully won't be there too much longer, but I don't think.
They don't have any strong grounds to impeach him on.
Do you know what bothers me though? I have a bad habit of going in the Breitbart rabbit hole and reading the comments. If you read that, you'd think he's the best president ever.
Oh, of course.
They used the term Rhino a lot. R-I-N-O. Do you know what that stands for?
No.
Republican in name only.
Okay. That's how they term him?
No, that's how they term like John McCain or Suzanne Collins or even like Paul Ryan and Mitch McConnell.
Oh.
Then do you know what a Dino is? D-I-N-O?
Democrat in name only?
No, it's Fred Flintstone's pet.
Hardy har har. You're an idiot.
I kill me.
Pretty soon I'm gonna kill you.
And you've been threatening that since we're 12 years old.
Yeah, well, your day will come.
Either you're really better plotting, or this is the best long con in history.
Maybe you'll never know, and when you do, it'll be too late.
Cue maniacal laugh. That was funny in the Muppets movie. Maniacal laugh. Maniacal
laugh. Maniacal laugh.
Who was that? Chris Collins? Was that the actor? Chris Cooper. It's Chris Cooper.
Chris Cooper. Yeah.
He was just perfect at that. I have to watch that again. I haven't watched that in a while.
Yeah, no, he was good.
The Great Muppet Caper's been on a bunch lately.
Funny, I watched that with Max last weekend on DVD because, well, I haven't.
Did Max like it?
He paid attention for some of it.
Can he get through an episode of Sesame Street?
Oh, yeah, he can get through an episode of Sesame Street. But that's because, he'll sit there like a zombie for Elmo.
Could be worse. Could be Barney.
I don't know if Barney's even really on anymore, and I am thankful for that.
Didn't we read that it was going to come back?
Something sounds vaguely familiar about that, and it frightens me.
To the interwebs. This is much easier having a whole computer in front of me to search on instead of having to use my phone.
Yeah, but then we have to listen to you typing.
I'm a loud typist.
Exactly.
Not seeing anything. Barney
Thank
Return?
God.
Barney Reboot, 2017. This whole article about how Barney's evil. It wasn't written by you.
Barney is evil. I blame Barney for school shootings.
So yeah, we saw The Big Sick this afternoon.
Any good?
I actually really liked it. It's like Kumail was a pretty good comic, and it was really well written. My biggest complaint about it is we saw a 4 o'clock on a Sunday movie. This is a hysterical story. So we get in there. We get there a little early. They just redid the theater, so they're reclining seats. You can put your seat back, your head back, and I had enough points for like free movies, popcorns, and sodas. The whole thing cost us $4. Okay. So we sit down there, and all of a sudden this couple comes in. They were a little old. We looked around. I think we were the youngest people in the theater by at least 30 years.
I guess old people like love stories. What can I tell you?
Yeah. Oh, it gets better. So, the movie is called at 4 o'clock. 4:02, nothing happens. 4:04, nothing happens. At 4:10, I go outside and tell somebody. She's like, okay, they'll come in. A few minutes later, this woman comes in. We're sorry, we have to reset the system. It'll be up in a few minutes. What'd she say? What'd you say? Can you repeat? They skipped the previews, but she's like, okay, because of the delay, we're going to skip the previews. What did you say? Marissa and I were dying.
So,
I'm like,
did you get transported to Florida?
Something like that. Oh, it was hysterical.
What?
What?
I can't hear.
It's like the scene in Soap Dish with Dinner Theater.
Yeah, basically.
That was a good
Talk
movie.
louder.
The mayor of Columbus, was it?
I don't know.
Good movie. Haven't seen it in a while. Kevin Kline and
It's not on very often.
once a year it'll be on for like a couple of weeks.
Okay, sure.
So yeah, I've been spending my weekend looking for carpeting, and tile's expensive because my wife's family wanted us to tile the basement, but that'd be like double the price.
Tile the whole floor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we quoted it. It's like double the price. They're like, well,
Yeah, but also,
carpeting, you'll just have to do this again. And I go, as long as insurance will take care of it, I don't really care. And I'm also going to buy these water sensors that are smart. They'll tap into your cell phone and let you know if there's a problem.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing you could try and do is set up like some kind of pump or something, or some kind of drainage setup.
You're sounding a little pixelated now.
Yeah, so do you.
Oh, hopefully it's recording well.
Oh, we'll find out. Come on, Zencaster.
Well, we won't keep this too long of an episode then, just to be safe.
Yeah, sure. Plus, I need sleep.
You're old.
Yeah, I still have a lot of shit I gotta do. I gotta, prepare dinner for tomorrow.
Oh, now it sounds better.
Alright, yeah, it's gotta be ready to go in the slow cooker in the morning, so...
We went to this barbecue place in Staten Island for my wife's friend's birthday last night, which actually has to be a pretty good barbecue joint. And, we had enough leftovers for dinner, so we brought all the meat home, and then I just threw some corn on the grill, and we had that with it.
Ah.
You need a grill.
I have one. It's called a George Foreman.
Do they even sell those anymore?
Yes, they do. Plenty of them. Might be a good holiday gift for me to get a bigger one.
Well, the way your son eats.
And probably will continue to eat for quite a long time. Plus, hey, I have the space for a bigger one now.
True. I need a new microwave.
Ooh, fun. Yeah, that's a couple $100.
Nah, we may do a cheaper one until we redo the kitchen.
Still probably at least $100 or $200.
You can get a decent one on Amazon for $80.
Yeah, but those give you cancer.
Yeah. They actually have this pretty cool George Foreman. It's like a standing grill, indoor-outdoor one. It looks more like a real grill.
Yeah, I've seen those.
It'd be cool if they had an outdoor grill for the entire building on the roof where you are or something like that you could The problem I see a big problem with that in your building, come to think of it.
Why in my building particularly?
Because people would insist on it being kosher.
Well, yeah, that's not a problem. They would just set that would be the rule, and that would be it. I don't think they do it though, because it's too much of a mix in the building. So that would mean that there would be too many people would be concerned about it.
Or they would have two grills, one kosher, one non-kosher.
Yeah, it then becomes a whole other issue. Because then if somebody accidentally uses the wrong grill, and
I remember once
bacon on the wrong one.
Grilling bacon's not easy because of the dripping.
Okay. Probably just means lots of flare-ups.
This is more than a couple years ago. We were in Food Town on Long Island. That's how long ago it was with my mom, and they put the kosher pastrami on the non-kosher cutter, and my mom started yelling at the guy. Not that she cared, but because someone else would.
How did she know which slicer was which?
She's gone to that Food Town enough times. She was, it was the one right by where I used to work.
Yeah. Okay. Wait, that was a Food Town?
Yeah.
Didn't you work at a Wallbounds?
No, it was Food Town, then it became Edwards. It became Stop and Shop, sorry. It never became Edwards. And now I think it's an Uncle Giuseppe's.
The one on 347?
No, it was on Bicycle Path at 112. Right
okay.
Right by my high school.
Yeah. Oh, that's where you worked for. Why
Yeah.
did I think you worked on 347?
Mm. So, hypothetical question. You and I both grew up in Suffolk County, Long Island. That's not hypothetical. Do you remember there being a huge gang problem living there?
No. But the gang issues were in like Brentwood and Wyandanch. And I believe they still are.
Yeah, but it wasn't as bad as they're making it out to be, it's from what I remember.
Yes, but you're talking about 20 years ago.
10?
What 10?
I lived on Long Island about 10 years ago. The point of that... God bless you.
I just blew my nose.
The point I'm trying to make is... I don't know what the point I'm trying to make is. Ooh, what's happening? Is someone dying?
No, it was just a siren. I have my windows open because, hey, it's a nice day.
I've been cranking the AC a lot, even though it's not that cool out, because it helps with the drying of the floor.
Oh, well, yeah.
So, last night in bed, Marissa's like... she looked like a hot dog. She was stuffed in the covers so much because she was so cold. It was kind of funny.
Oh, I tease my wife about that when she wraps herself up in blankets occasionally. We're like, oh, you're a burrito.
Yeah, but here's the thing. If you're cold, it's easy to cover up. If you're too warm, it's hard to accommodate for that.
Strip.
I typically like to sleep a little cooler than it is, just for obvious reasons.
You like to sleep in Arctic temperatures.
It's not as bad as I'm not as bad as I used to be.
Uh-huh.
So, did you see the Futurama comparisons to Scaramucci?
No, I did not.
Okay. There was an episode of Futurama where they unthought another guy from the 80s. He was kind of based on Gordon Gekko, and he was like the sleazy Wall Street businessman. And like, if you look up the Scaramucci and like Futurama, you'll see like exact like pictures from the show that look just like Scaramucci. It's hysterical.
Okay then.
Like there's a scene where he's training Fry to do something, and he goes, "Okay, Fry, I'm going to give you situations. I want you to answer." Okay, Fry, we're here to talk to you about blank. He's like, we want to ask you about blank. He's like, don't you tell me about blank. I'll tell you about blank. He's like, that's good. We're going to go blank. That's a pretty good episode. The guy died from bonitis.
What?
He died from bonitis.
Who did?
That guy.
Who's that guy?
That was his name in the episode. That guy.
Oh, alrighty then.
What else is going on in your boring life?
It's boring. What can I tell you?
Yeah. We finally settled on our vacation.
Oh, where are you going?
The wonderful world of Southern America.
You're going to
Meaning,
the south?
Yeah, we're going like south. We were looking at like going to the West Coast and stuff, but the flights that week were just outrageous. So what we're going to do is we're going to rent a car and we're going to drive down to like North Carolina, Virginia, and those areas.
Oh, okay.
The reason I'm renting a car is because we're close to our mileage and our lease is up at the end of a couple of months.
Ah.
So yeah, like Asheville, North Carolina is supposed to be really nice. We may hit like some wineries and breweries in Virginia, and we may stop at D.C. on the way back because I kind of love D.C.
I don't know. D.C. is a little different these days from what I heard.
The mood.
Oh, yeah, a little bit. Also, actually, I did get a little bit of sad news last night. Although you won't care all that much, but hey, why not?
What?
My former cat from senior year of college, he had to get put down last night.
Aww.
Yeah, PK's gone,
Aww.
or whatever his name was. That was always up for debate.
Poor kitty.
Yeah, like I said last night, he's now He's now running into walls and dipping his paws in toilet water up in kitty heaven.
Oh, cute little kid. Kitty.
He was. He was like a classic Russian blue cat.
I don't like cats. They make me sneeze.
Yes, I know. That's why I said you won't care. But yeah, fare thee well, PK. Or whatever the hell your name was.
Rest in peace, kitty cat.
Yeah, something like that.
So, is your roommate going to get a new cat?
I don't know. I don't know what, because I don't know what he's doing. I'm not sure what he's doing with his life right now, so. He's kind of figuring out his post-Obama game plan.
Just tell him not to tweet.
Yeah.
Kevin's former roommate kind of created a shitstorm for the Obama administration.
Not really. This was a shitstorm that was over in like 5 minutes.
Yes, but compared to what's going on now, that was a shitstorm for that administration.
He did have to. I think he did have to shut down his Twitter account for like a year.
Really?
I don't know if he had to, but he did.
That's pretty funny. Speaking of your roommates, we need to get Crossland back on here. We could probably use this to do it if it works well.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
I'm gonna raise my hand. You could raise your hand in here. Is this kind of like how your company's thing works?
Oh, it doesn't have a hand-raising thing. That's more like... you see that in, like, WebEx and...
Yeah. Because yours is more like one presenter with a lot of visitors, and they don't really take questions, right?
No, mine takes questions, but it's more like just send in your questions and the speakers will talk about it. It's
they'll like type it in.
It's not so much real-time things, yeah.
Like, question. Like that.
Kind of.
And what's the answer to that question? Okay, good. I asked Kevin if he's a god, and he said yes. Because when someone asks you if you're a god, you always say yes.
Yes, thank you, Winston Zedmore.
Did you ever see the new one?
Not really, no.
It's on Stars.
Okay, I have Stars.
Yeah. I liked it, but I had a couple of problems with it, which my friend, who I would call a movie expert, agreed with. What was that?
Okay. What, the beeping?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my washing machine.
Oh.
Hang on, I have to go make sure that it doesn't beep anymore.
Ba-dum-bum, ba-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-dum. Ba-dum-bum, ba-da-da-da-da. Ba-dum-bum, ba-da-da-da-da. And I can't entertain people, so I'm going to cut scissors into the microphone.
What?
Nothing.
What in the blue hell are you doing?
I fail when I'm all alone.
Apparently. This was your idea?
Quite possibly.
Ironically, I have scissors right here.
Well, we're both sitting at our desks. It's not that ironic.
I guess.
It's not like rain on your wedding day.
Just stop.
Free ride in the month. Did you see the redone version of that? It was pretty funny.
No, I did not.
You've become like an old guy. How's your hip?
You've been old for a long time.
Want me to come over and break your hip, Grandpa?
No.
So, did you see any of the trailers from Comic-Con?
No. Except for the Ready Player One trailer.
Oh, let's talk about that.
Sure.
What did we think of the Ready Player One trailer?
I thought it looked pretty cool. That's just the only things that I note that I thought were of note were the fact that, and it really isn't that important for the greater storyline, because if they need to compress something for the sake of film, the fact that he no longer lives in, is that in the movie he seems to be living in Columbus already, whereas in the book he's from Oklahoma City, but that's somewhat irrelevant.
Yeah, I mean...
And the other thing seems to be that he's no longer a high school student in the movie. He's a 20-year-old.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. We'll see how that flushes out.
I think it captures the spirit of the book, like where you see them get into the DeLorean was pretty cool, and like the Iron Giant and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like I think they may have some minor rights issues due to like different studios doing different things, and even Klein.
Well, I read something that apparently Spielberg, because he's directing this, he's specifically not using references from his own movies because he doesn't want to seem like he's tooting his own horn.
Good for him. I guess. And also, it's not what movie they use isn't important as important as the spirit of what they did. Like, instead of using war games, they use like weird science, for example. It wouldn't matter that much to me.
Yeah, maybe.
I picked two random movies. It's all about the spirit of it, I feel.
Yeah, well, we'll see how it goes.
Oh wow. Williams is not composing the score for this film.
Oh yeah, he was going to, but he moved on. He's doing a different Spielberg movie.
Yeah. Silvestri is doing the scoring for this.
Okay.
It's not being released
it'll be fine.
It's not being released till March because they didn't want to compete with some movie called Star Wars.
Now you're reading like Beavis and Butthead?
Something I never heard of.
The Last Jedi. What do you know? Spielberg didn't want to compete with that.
I'm excited for that.
Oh, that should be good. It better be good.
By the way, Rogue One is on Netflix. I know you haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, that's something else I should see.
You know what you could do is... Do you have Netflix on your phone?
Yes, I do.
You could probably download the movie onto your phone and watch it on your commute.
Maybe.
What else are you going to do for an hour on a subway?
I don't know. The thing is I have to actually pay attention a little bit because I have to make sure I get off at the right stops to change trains.
Shmeh. Actually, you can't download that one.
Oh, darn.
Yeah, do it when Max takes a nap.
Uh-huh. Max's naps aren't that long.
Really?
If he goes down for like an hour and a half, that's pretty good.
Yeah, you could get most of the movie in.
Yeah, maybe.
I liked it. You're old.
You're old.
But Kev, do you know what people can do to help me with my hot water heater?
Pay our bills?
Yes.
By going to www.audibletrial.com/citizenho and sign up for a free 30-day trial account and get a free audiobook download. There are thousands upon thousands of titles to choose from, such as...
The Handmaid's Tale Special Edition. Written by Margaret Atwood, Valerie Martin. Narrated by Claire Danes, Margaret Atwood, and the full cast of the TV show. I don't know much about this. I know people like it, so it's an audiobook of it. It's kind of very close to home it's hitting, from what I understand.
Okay.
After a violent coup in the U.S. overthrows the Constitution and ushers in a new government regime, the Republic of Gilead imposes subservient roles on all women. Offred, now a handmaid, tasked with the singular role of procreation in the childless household of the enigmatic commander and his bitter wife, can remember a time when she lived with her husband and daughter and had a job before she lost everything, even her own name. Despite the danger, Offred learns to navigate the intimate secrets of those who control her every move, risking her life for mere glimpses of her former freedom. It records her story for future listeners.
Okay, then.
I could see why that would evoke similarities of what's going on today.
Oh, God. Donald Trump having a harem.
Well, more about the Constitution being thrown out. Oh, what happened in Venezuela? Did they vote for the thing?
The thing?
basically there was a vote today to change the government, which would allow the president or prime minister to rewrite the entire constitution. That's why there's been all those protests in Venezuela.
Okay.
It seems like more and more countries.
I knew nothing of this.
More and more countries are going to like totalitarian regimes,
including ours.
Yeah. I don't see a result. There was an explosion in Venezuela.
Oh, fun.
Yankees are playing pretty well.
Yes, they are.
Are they still in first?
Didn't they just get back into first?
Yeah, I don't know if Boston's playing tonight or played already.
Well, I can look up the current stats as of right now. Let's see. AL East, Yankees are in first place by half a game.
Woohoo! Go Yankees. It's your birthday. You want to take Max to a game?
I do. I have to actually just pick a weekend to go.
You're better off probably going to a weekday day game, like if you and Melissa can both... If you do it on like a Friday day game and take the day off.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like on a weekday game though, that's you get more sketchy people hanging around. That's why I'd rather go on a weekend because it's probably
during the summer, it's a lot of like camps and kids and stuff.
Yeah, true. Although I don't know, our camp trips to ball games used to always be night games.
I don't remember going to camp ball games.
Oh, I do.
Probably the Mets more than Yankees.
It was all Mets.
Mm.
I never went to a Yankee game until my father finally agreed to take me and my brother.
And that was the OJ game.
No, that was not the OJ game. That was like the OJ game was probably the second or third time we went to Yankee Stadium.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't remember I know the first game I was ever at was the World Series when I was in utero.
Yeah. No, the first time we went, I want to say, was around 93. Maybe 92.
I honestly don't remember the first game I went to. I know I went with my dad, but I had been to Yankee Stadium before that. They used to do like the Mayor's Cup, the first two before the season. They do one game in Yankee and one game at Shea right before the season kicked off.
Yeah.
We went to that at Yankee Stadium once.
Okay.
I know that.
I mean, my first ball game ever was a Mets game against the Expos.
Yeah. We went to some weekend.
Yeah.
I remember going with my parents and sister once on a weekend game. It was really young. I don't remember all the details.
No. Well, I feel there was some significance of the game because Tim Raines hit like some home run or something that had some significance, but
we've seen significant games together.
Yes, we've seen a couple.
Stupid World Series.
What's stupid about the World Series?
They haven't been there in 7 years. 8.
Yeah, well, that's their fault. That's not the World Series' fault.
I don't think they have it to win it this year, but I like where they're going right now.
Yeah, no, I was having a conversation with somebody just recently, and I said, yeah, they could, they might be able to get past a one-game playoff this year. They might be able to win a best 3 out of 5 series, but I don't think they have enough to do a best 4 out of 7.
Unless they get another pitcher.
Yeah, maybe.
But in 2 years, they're going to be back where they were, I feel. They're fun to watch. They're a young team. They have a huge amount of payroll coming off after this year.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking like $50 million coming off the payroll. Between 2 players.
Let's
see if you
Don't worry, they'll find a way to spend it.
Let's see if you can name which 2.
CC
and
The other one I would guess would be like Ellsbury.
A-Rod.
Although I don't know what happened. Oh, oh, they're still paying him?
He didn't retire.
Okay.
So they're on the hook for his salary for the season to not play for them.
Oh. Hey, at least it's not a Bobby Bonilla deal.
They're also paying Saberhagen, the Mets.
Yeah, so?
I mean, Bobby Bonilla, I think, gets another, 10 years of $1 million.
Maybe. I don't know.
I mean,
The weird thing is that apparently at the time, they looked at that and said, yeah, you know what, this actually will be a good deal for us.
because they were strung up for cash at the time.
I guess.
Deferring money.
Yeah.
Well, football starts in about 6 weeks.
Oh, goody. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do fantasy football with work this year.
Why?
Mainly because I don't know if I'll be able to attend a draft unless somebody does it online.
Why?
Because usually they do drafts on Tuesday or Thursday night, and it'd be tough for anybody to be able to pick Max up from daycare.
Just make him walk home by himself.
Right.
Could
Kid can
Melissa,
barely walk 5 feet up the sidewalk without wandering over to the street.
could Melissa leave a little early that day, maybe?
I don't even know when it's going to be, so we'll figure it out.
What would your team name be this year?
I have no idea yet.
That's a weird name for a team. I have no idea yet.
Maybe I'll just call it Pay OBJ. I don't know.
I think my fantasy team next year will be Bonilla's Paycheck for baseball.
Eh.
You're no fun in your old age.
You were no fun in your young age.
Touché.
Oh, dip.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so movies?
Movies!
Oh, there's a lot of
So I guess I'll start. Hopefully I think I'm on the right. Oh yeah, I am on the right page. So we start off this week with Atomic Blonde, starring James McAvoy, Charlize Theron, Sophia Boutella, or Boutea, I don't know, and Lorraine Broughton, whatever. The crown jewel of Her Majesty's Secret Intelligence Service, Agent Lorraine Broughton, Charlize Theron, is equal parts spycraft, sensuality, and savagery. Willing to deploy any of her skills to stay alive on her impossible mission, Willing to deploy any of her skills to stay alive on her impossible mission. Sent alone into Berlin to deliver a priceless dossier out of the destabilized city, she partners with embedded station chief David Percival, James McAvoy, to navigate her way through the deadliest game of spies.
Yeah, I'm going to go Radin on this.
Yeah, I have to agree.
It's just going to get worse. The Emoji Movie, starring T.J. Miller, a.k.a. Erlich Bachman, James Corden, Ilana Glazer, and Patrick Stewart's in this?
Apparently.
The Emoji Movie unlocks the never-before-seen secret world inside your smartphone. Hidden within the messaging app is Textopolis, a bustling city where all your favorite emojis live,
Oh, God.
hoping to be selected by the phone's user. In this world, each emoji has only one facial expression. Except for Gene, T.J. Miller, an exuberant emoji who was born without a filter, and is bursting with multiple expressions. Determined to become normal like the other emojis, Gene enlists the help of his handy best friend High Five, James Corden, and notorious codebreaker emoji Jailbreak, Ilana Glazer. Together they embark on an epic app venture through the apps on the phone, each in its own wild and fun world, to find the code that will fix Gene. But when a greater danger threatens the phone, the fate of all emojis depends on these three unlikely friends who must save their world before it's deleted forever.
I feel like I saw this already, and it was called Wreck-It Ralph.
I was thinking the same thing. Yeah, Rodden.
Yeah. Alright, next we have an inconvenient sequel, Truth to Power, starring Al Gore. A decade after an inconvenient truth brought the climate crisis into the heart of popular culture, comes the riveting and rousing follow-up that shows just how close we are to a real energy revolution. Former Vice President Al Gore continues his tireless fight, traveling around the world, training an army of climate champions, and influencing international climate policy. Cameras follow him behind the scenes in moments both private and public, funny and poignant, as he pursues the inspirational idea that while the stakes have never been higher, the perils of climate change can be overcome with human ingenuity and passion.
Since the first one won the Oscar for best doc, I'm going to go fresh on this.
Yeah, I have to agree.
And it has documentary cred.
Yes, that too.
Rigsby Bear, Claire Danes, Luke Skywalker, Greg Kinnear, and Kyle Mooney. The film centers on the creator of children's TV show who must deal with the program's cancellation. Death to Smoochie?
Sort of.
I'm going to go indie film cred because it sounds kind of funny to me, actually.
Yeah, it could be. All right, I'll go with that. All right, so next we have Detroit, starring John Boyega, Jacob Lattimore, Algie Smith, and Will Poulter. The story is set against the backdrop of Detroit's devastating riots that took place over 5 summer days in 1967. I think this will be good. I'll go fresh on this.
Yeah, I just hit a button. It looks interesting to me. There we go.
Okay.
I'll go fresh too. From the Land of the Moon. Marianne Cotillard, Louis Garrel, Alex, German last name, Brendan Mule.
Right.
Gabrielle Cotillard.
Brenda Mule.
Cotillard comes from a small village in the south of France at a time when her dream of true love is considered scandalous. And even a sign of insanity, her parents marry her to Jose, an honest and loving Spanish farm worker who they think will make a respectable woman of her. Despite Jose's devotion to her, Gabrielle vows that she will never love Jose and live in a prisoner bound by the constraints of conventional post-World War II society until the day she is sent away to a hospital in the Alps to heal her kidney stones. That is a run-on sentence. There she meets André Sauvage, Louis Garrel, a dashing injured veteran of the Indo-Chinese War, who rekindles the passion buried inside her. She promises they will run away together, and André seems to share her desire. Will anyone dare rob her of her right to follow her dreams?
Ugh.
Foreign film cred?
Yeah, foreign film cred. Alright, next we have Imperfections, starring Virginia Cull, Ed Begley Jr., Marilu Henner, and Ashton Holmes. Cassidy is a struggling actress who worries that any chance at stardom may have already passed her by. Desperate to make enough money to move to Hollywood, she takes a job working as a runner for her mother's boyfriend, a diamond importer. When the money doesn't come in fast enough, Cassidy gets involved in a diamond heist that quickly unravels into a wild web of lies, betrayals, and surprises.
I'm going with Marilu Henner cred fresh.
How is... Where's credit for that?
I like her.
Why?
I don't know. I never even watched Taxi.
I'm going rotten on this.
Menashe Lustig, Ruben Nyborg. Deep in the heart of New York's ultra-Orthodox Hasidic Jewish community, Menashe, a kind, hapless grocery store clerk, struggles to make ends meet and responsibility parents his young son, Reuven? It's supposed to be
We'll just say Reuven.
Reuven, yeah. Following his wife Leah's death. Tradition prohibits Menashe from raising his son alone, so Reuven's strict uncle adopts him, leaving Menashe heartbroken. Meanwhile, though Menashe seems to bungle every challenge in his path, his rabbi grants him one special week with Reuven before Leah's memorial. It's his chance to prove himself a suitable man of faith and fatherhood and restore respect among his doubters. Is that true? You can't raise a child by yourself?
I have no idea.
I'm going to go fresh. Sounds interesting.
Yeah, this
Chew
could
cred.
be indie film cred or something. Chew cred, right. Alright, next we have Person to Person, starring Michael Cera, Abby Jacobson, Tavi Gevinson, and Isaiah Whitlock. During a single day in New York City, a variety of characters grapple with the mundane, the unexpected, and the larger questions permeating their lives. An investigative reporter struggles with her first day on the job despite help from her misguided boss. A rebellious teen attempts to balance her feminist ideals with other desires, and a young man seeks to reconcile with his ex-girlfriend even as her brother threatens revenge. Meanwhile, an avid music lover traverses the city in search of a rare record for his vinyl collection.
This is one of those interweaving stories that I feel never work. I'm going Rodden.
Yeah, I just don't see it.
The Incredible Jessica James, Jessica Williams, Chris O'Dowd, Lakeith Stanfield, and Noel Wells. Jessica Williams stars as a young aspiring playwright in New York City who is struggling to get over a recent breakup. She is forced to go on a date with the recently divorced Boone, played by Chris O'Dowd, and the unlikely duo discover how to make it through the tough times in a social media-obsessed post-relationship universe. It's Netflix only, FYI, so I'm going to go fresh.
Oh, yeah, I just noticed that. Okay, I will go fresh on... I'll give it Netflix cred.
Netflix, no Adam Sandler cred.
Yeah, that too. Okay, then we have The Last Face, starring Javier Bardem, Charlize Theron, Adele Exarchopoulos, sure, and Jean Reno.
Jean Reno.
Jean Reno. Set against the devastating backdrop of war-torn Liberia, The Last Face centers on a love affair between Dr. Ren Peterson, Theron, the director of an international aid organization, and Dr. Miguel Leon, Bardem, a relief aid doctor. Together, Ren and Miguel must find a way to keep their relationship alive in the extraordinarily difficult conditions that surround them, while battling their diametrically opposed opinions on how to solve the conflict and their mutual passion for life.
I'm going to go fresh.
Yeah, I'll give it fresh.
On casting alone.
Sure.
Okay, to Rotten Tomatoes.
Dun dun dun.
I could actually go to RottenTomatoes.com this time because I'm on the computer.
Ooh.
I have way too many things in Chrome that
Tabs?
slow it down. No. Extensions.
Extensions?
Yeah.
I'll shut some of that shit off.
Okay, Atomic Blonde is fresh. The Emoji Movie.
Okay.
Wow. 8%.
Hey, it's not 0.
An Inconvenient Sequel, 76%. Brigsby Bear. Come on. Brigsby Bear was... Come on, it's loading.
Ugh.
I hate websites that are slow.
I hate you that are slow.
I'm not slow. Okay. Brigsby Bear is fresh. A Family Man. Do we have that? No. Detroit. Let's see that. Dunkirk came out this weekend, didn't it? Yeah, Detroit was fresh.
Who?
Dunkirk. It was the new, maybe it came out last weekend. That was the whatchamacallit movie, what's his name? The guy who did The Dark Knight. Christopher Nolan. From the Land of the Moon is Rodden.
Oh.
We were wrong on that.
Okay.
Imperfections. Marilu Henner cred. Come on, Marilu Henner cred. No reviews.
Oh, darn.
By the way, their search sucks on their regular website also.
Eh.
Menasha, 96%.
Go Jews.
Person to Person. Rodden, Person to Person. We got that one right. The Incredible Jessica James. Abe Fresh, 86%. And finally, The Last Face. Charlize Theron. It's actually Theron, it's not Theron. Ooh, Rodden, 5%.
Damn.
Alright, so, go iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play Music, Citizen Ho, like us, download us, review us, leave comments, let us know if you like the show. We get some listeners out there. Let us know that you're getting to us. You can email us at dumbass@citizenho.com, tweet us, or Instagram at citizenhopod. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/citizenho. I'm Scott.
I'm Kevin.
Be excellent to each other.
Bye-bye.
Station!